mean, especially with Matt having foul trouble and you really needing to do well on the court. How are you able to be so productive on the boards and on the court?
When Matt left the game, I just had to just keep my head and just do it for the team. Just try my best to get rebounds and putbacks. So just basically keeping my head and staying focused.
Semaj, can you talk about this guy? I mean, he had a career night. I haven't seen him play like this all season.
He played like a monster today. We needed that since like he said, Matt Steinberg got in foul trouble. He came in and stepped up for us, and he helped us out a lot. But I think we all expect that from Jalen.
Semaj, after having a lot of trouble against Georgetown, what did you guys do to come back today and play with the intensity that you had and be so good defensively?
I just get back to the way we usually play. I know at practice we was competing. Everything we did at practice was competing. So he made us go at each other and get our edge back. So I think we just came stayed together and stuck it out. We know on the road it's gonna be tough, so we just gotta stay together and everything will be all right.
What happened there at the end of the half? With getting tangled up with Jordan?
Well, that tangled up. It was really wasn't nothing. But we cool. I know him from Philly. I've been out there before and I met him out there, so it really wasn't too much.
What was the nature of that meeting after halftime when the rest broke both teams together? I've never seen anything like that.
Basically just telling us to cool out. We was on national television. They said cool out. I don't want to have to get nobody else text, so that's basically it.
What was the key to keeping St. John's out of the paint like that, forcing them to settle for jumpers?
Staying tight on defense, and everybody got to help each other because they're a good one-on-one team. So if you stand tight and everybody there, you'll be fine.
You guys were passing the ball really well, like finding interior passes. Is that something you practice a lot?
We got a lot of guys on our team. Well, everybody on our team is unselfish, so I don't think that it was really nothing new for us. Whoever's open, we don't really care who's scoring. We just try to get the win. But I think you got to take every game serious. I mean, every game you got to go out there and try to win. But I think this was a big game. I know we needed a couple games to lock down whatever our spot is. So I think this was a big game for us too.
Can you talk specifically about the team's defense on Harrison? I think he had 4 points this time this season. Wow.
Yeah, like I was telling him, just staying tight. We all talking. It's not just one player. It's not just gonna be a one-on-one game with us. We gotta be tight, and everybody gotta be in their gaps and talking and helping out. Cause he's a great player, so just gotta be there, be on time.
Jalen, after the way that last game ended and the way that it went in the locker room, how satisfying was it today to have a different outcome and a celebration?
It's a good feeling. Just got to put games behind you and focus on what's more important, and that's the next game ahead of you. So just basically staying focused, listening to what the coach is telling you to do, and execute on the stretch.
Really hard to win in this league on the road. We had great respect coming in for St. John's, especially the way they've been playing here as of late. They are as talented as anybody in our league, and I thought our defense was exceptional tonight. It needed to be. We did a great job, for the most part, of limiting their transition opportunities and keeping them off the glass as best we could. They still got 14 of them, but for us, I thought we had good play, all around. But obviously, Jalen Reynolds was a monster tonight. He was the best big on the floor. You got a freshman out there getting 17 and 16. No, he's capable of it. He's got a lot to learn, but he played very well for us tonight.
Question? Coach, after the loss at Georgetown, how were you able to get this team back to the stage, which is where they've been thriving behind your defense, for the season?
They got themselves there. We competed extremely hard in practice on Sunday and Monday, which is something that we didn't do at Georgetown on Saturday, which was they're really disappointing. You know, to have this much at stake, you know, to be playing for, you know, one of the better seeds for the Big East tournament, an NCAA berth, all the stuff that you know, you start to get in late February, to play as flat as we did and as non-competitive as we did on Saturday. We went back to work on Sunday and Monday, and we competed. And when you go into February, March, it's really hard. How long do you practice? These turnarounds are quick, but we need to put our hard hats on and get after it and compete, because that's who we need to be on game night.
How much do you think Matt having foul trouble really opens the door for Jalen to come in and have his best game of the season?
Well, certainly there were more minutes because Matt's been more of a mainstay for us all year. He's in his 4th year of college basketball. He was scoring early. We were doing a great job finding him on the low block. He's a tough matchup. He got caught in a few positions where, honestly, it wasn't really his fault. You know, you're talking about, you know, rotations on ball screens or guards penetrating the lane where he has to stop the guard and get back to his own man. It's 2-on-1s, and because of that, he gets in foul trouble. But again, we know Jalen has potential to be one of the best forwards in our conference. He's just a freshman, though, and so he's sometimes like the stock market, up and down. But tonight he wasn't. He was as good as there was on the floor.
Was part of the tactics with St. John's defending them, like making them shoot from some distance?
Well, we don't want to dare anybody and just sort of give them uncontested shots, but it's no disrespect to St. John's. That's how we play every game. We're a gap-oriented team. We don't want to be out in the passing lanes denying. We want to have defenders in gap situations where it's tough to go one-on-one. You know, we have big challenges on the floor when you play these guys, whether it's Harrison, whether it's Rasheed Jordan, who's played great as of late. We really wanted to make sure that it was tough contested twos, and we didn't get spread out defensively.
Going up against that shot blocking team in the country, did you expect you could have so much success in the paint against them?
Well, one of the things that the reason they get their shots, you know, block shots, is because they do it very well off the ball. We felt like there were some matchups when that shot blocker's on the post player with the ball. You're asking for fouls if you're trying to block on the player that has the ball, and so we want to go at those shot blockers. We felt like if they came over from help side, we could always dump it down to Bekba's man or Jakar Sampson's man. But you can't play in fear, and we have a good front court.
What happened at the end of the half?
I really don't know. I mean, I just, you know, I know it got chippy. You know, you got two teams battling for, like I said before, there's a lot at stake. But, you know, cooler heads prevailed. You know, guys are competitive. They want to win. And, you know, we got them separated. So I really don't know. Obviously not enough to warrant any you know, flagrant fouls or any, you know, free throws or anything like that. I think the officials did a great job in handling it.
Can you speak about your defense specifically with D'Angelo Harrison? He scored 17 last time he played, had 4 tonight. He really had trouble shooting.
Yeah, I mean, certainly we're not going to take all the credit. He had an off night. He didn't shoot the ball well, but I did think that the looks that he got were tough ones. He still has the ability to make tough shots, but the more often you put him in situations where they're contested threes, they're late in the shot clock, they're off-balance runners, the better your odds. And fortunately, he didn't make some of the tough shots that he's made throughout his career.